Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
But he was the chef up north.
What's happening, family? What is happening? We're coming back for the double up on the same day. We are back. And if you're here for the first time, you didn't know, now you know. This is On Their Next Podcast. And I'm your host, Chef C from New Jersey. And this program is brought to you by Bloodline Films from the Soil, Black American docuseries where we travel all around the country, waking up the cultural cuisine and, of course, the Black American grassroots advocates in pursuit of reparative justice. And today's course is definitely going to be cooked up from the community kitchen. Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, it's getting as messy as we predicted. Family is coming out, just like Mo said, talking more shit than usual, and this time it's got to be the good old son. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna get into this thing, ladies and gentlemen, but we'll take a brief commercial break and we'll get right back into this and wake this thing up. I'm your host, Chef C. This is On Their Next Podcast. Keep it locked with us, family.
I've been all over the world. I've noticed this about Black Americans, and I'll stop here. We have more people trying to turn us around than I've seen for any other group anywhere in the world relative to what our situation is. That you've got teachers, you got people that will just do something. They find out you're legit, just help you because they want to see Black folks make it. We do have this. This is lacking in other places, I can assure you. But you know what? Our desire to save people cannot be greater than people's desire to be saved and to help. So the people that do not want it, let them go. Jesus said, let the dead bury the dead. I sure get it nowadays.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw, if you're here for the first time and you don't know, that is our docuseries. You can go ahead and access that right on the private platform, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely check it out down there. Go to visit fromthesoil.tv. Hit that V and go ahead and download the whole series, season 1. Check it out for yourselves. It's going to be pretty dope. Also, you know, again, all service ain't good service, so definitely support the program, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the Cash App $FTS49 $FTS49. Support the program. Lip service ain't real service. Now, ladies and gentlemen, man, I gotta, you know what, first and foremost, I'm gonna say this. Mo is really getting my numbers up. But aside from the numbers getting up, shout out to everybody. I really want to say Mo has been 10 toes on what she talking about. You understand? Now I'm going to attach some of my previous broadcasts to this video once we're done, so y'all can definitely check it out, man. And I mean, she said it herself. Sometimes family can be the worst type of kind of people. And in this case right here, ladies and gentlemen, in this scenario, the son is another one of those mommy ain't never do nothing for me types. Now, some would say, hey, well, you know, listen, he could have had a shitty grow up environment and all this other shit. And for me, Listen, I'm looking at a lot of spoiled cats. Looking at a lot of spoiled little dudes that don't know how to handle themselves, right? There's always two sides of the story, but again, just this particular portion for this young man, uh, it's interesting that he comes out now that he see mom got some motion. And the first thing he does, just like DL Hughley, is go ahead and try to throw some shit on top of her. I mean, when you got offspring like this, right? When you got people like this in your family, you don't need enemies. Shit, you probably better off with the enemies when you got people like this around you. Or even, I mean, listen, you know, he's one of a few children that they have together, her and Sydney. Uh, but this is the thing of what you deal with here. So Mo decided to respond to this young man's sentiment. Okay. But I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this first, y'all. Share the screen. All right. Now, this, I'm going to play what the young man had to say. Okay. Her son's name is Shaolin, whatever the hell. Okay. And I'm going to play what he had to say so we can get some context here. Okay. But a lot of these folks come on very egotistical for me. Okay. But let's go ahead and pull this up. We're going to share the screen. In the meantime, like, share, subscribe. Family, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull this screen up and bring some context to what's going on here. See if we can make it do what it's supposed to do real quick. Let's pull it on up. You be the guest of this. You let me know what you're hearing. Is it bullshit or just another emotionally unstable dude not knowing how to handle himself? Let's go ahead and pull this thing up right now, family.
Hi, I am Shalon. I am a stand-up comedian, Monique's
All
oldest
right.
son. Um, I guess I felt the need to make this video to just provide some context into this false narrative about her praying to the universe. I need her to reconcile our relationship or whatever the hell it is. I wrote it all down so that way I don't go all over the place and get emotional or anything like that. So I'm gonna talk like I'm reading a script, but it's just gonna help me kind of stay together. But to address the Club Shay interview that she did, where she states that she prays to the universe in regards to reconciling our relationship, as I stated, is odd. Uh, my mother and I both know that that is a very false narrative, and I would like to free her of having to continue telling that lie.
Ain't nobody got time
Faith
for
without
that.
work is dead.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Neither one of us cares to put forth any effort to reconcile with the other. We are separate, as she put it, because she doesn't care to be my mother any more than I care to be her son. Neither one of us has had the desire.
Man, listen. You got no desire, quote unquote, then why the hell you even going online talking about it? Why'd you pick this time? Listen, man, everybody cloud chasing. This is some shit here. Everybody is cloud chasing. Let's play the rest of this.
To reach out to the other in a very long time, and I don't think that either of us anticipates that feeling ever returning. Speaking with my mother directly, in my experience, will either lead to some odd newfound moment of clarity in regards to how she was as my mother, or she retreats back to daddy to move forward with the conversation. And I'm tired of hearing my mother.
Dude looks like he's auditioning. Are you trying to be an actor? Because this is a lot of extracurricular, extra shit going on. Peace to Sister DW. Peace to Sister DW in the building. This dude is very extra what the fuck what's going on here. I despise cats like this. This is supposed to be family, quote unquote. But let's play a little bit more.
Truths Newsflash, I'm not sure if people know, but standing in your truth doesn't make you noble. I'm not sure if people are aware of that. But responding this way, I feel as though it allows me to say my piece uninterrupted. To those wondering, well, why say something now? Call it a form of therapy for me, I suppose. But when her daddy had intentionally stated that they have 3 sons, but his wife is on the internet talking about the 4th son in a video that has millions of views, that rubbed me the wrong way.
He's a bitter little child. Okay? He's a bitter little child, y'all. Niggas like this, you see cats like this every day. Okay? Who really cloud chasing? Because it's damn sure him. The DW. Shout out to DW. She already going off in the chat. I'm trying to slow walk it, D-Dub. But this cat right here, man, I'm telling you, this is, you know, he give me the smartest nigga in the room energy. Like, mom put all this money out for you, right? You can tell like that, and we know this energy in our community. Type of niggas that get all the money put out for them, right? But then get mad and try to have this little secret vendetta going on. Like I'm really not feeling none of this. This is trash. Okay. DW said he's entitled. Okay. He's entitled. You're a grown man, little boy. You're a grown man. Right? Let me see what else DW saying in here. It can be your own damn children sometime. And you know what? Before I go into the rest of this tape here, let's talk about these children. I want to say something to the parents. Okay. Now, listen, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Okay. Yes, many children would have preferred to be in a better situation. Okay. But if you then remain this shitty parent after you had years to mature, right? Then that's on you. So this has 2 sides of the coin that doesn't really get talked about. One, the child that holds it against the parent for everything that they experienced as a child, right? And never moves beyond it. Or then the ones that see that the parent is trying to make amends and then become predatory toward those parents. In this case, it looks like this is what this little boy is doing here. Okay. At the resurgence of Mo's career, which we're seeing right now, the first person who's coming out, one of the very first people, or a person who joins the quote unquote enemy, if you want to put it that way, to bash his own family member, his birth mom, is the son. That shit not fly at all. None of that's fly. But listen, this is the truth of the matter, y'all. What DW say right here? DW say it could be your damn child. Well, a lot of times it's just family. A lot of times it could be just family on some bullshit. Look at this cat. According to him, he doesn't want a relationship with his mom no more. But he's sitting up online talking about her. You don't want nothing to do with her. You can't just move on with your life. All this shit been going on. Your mom getting blacklisted, everything like that. You didn't come out and run your damn mouth. No, you see mom about to be popping again. You see mom about to be popping again, and you want to jump out there on some whole shit. Let me see what DW said. Oprah sent him. That's a fact. That's a fact, DW. Sent the shot. Sent the motherfucking shooter out. That's a fact. Oprah sent the shooter out. Flesh and blood. That's crazy. Shout out to DW with that one.
But anyway, to inform a child that you are not interested in being a mother at a time when that kid is the only kid that has the potential to lead a child to believe that you are not interested in them specifically. But to take it a step further, you also admit, my mother had also admitted to me that she didn't do the best job that she could do, which would also make one begin to question, all of your past decisions and prior emotional interactions. But to be completely honest and fair, those were things that I was willing to get over. Nobody's perfect. We're all human. But my mother showed a clear lack of humility, compassion, and consideration when taking any level of accountability for those things.
Man, get out of here, bruh. Listen. Peace to Sister Quiet Scales. I see the family sliding in. Yeah, man. Listen, y'all. I'm really not digging this sassy energy coming from these sons particularly. Let's start going down the list of names of sons. What's his name? T.I.'s son. What's the name of that donkey mouth little dude? He got the donkey mouth. Okay. What's his name? Little Mr. The little standing on business dude. What's that little dude? The little spoiled cat that ain't never had no roaches, no nothing. What's his name? Look, Major or something? What? Can't remember that little dude lane. But the standing on business cat. There you go. There you go, Quiet Scales. Kang. Mr. Standing on Business. Another one going online talking shit. Okay. 50 Cent son. Another sassy little dude. Okay. Kurt Franklin's son for a second. Sassiness. Mo. Son right here. Sassy. All these sassy cats, man. Listen, bro. Or some gonna say, "Oh, chef, everybody ain't strong as all these folks that could just get over it." Listen. You heal the way you're gonna heal, right? Listen, Sister Quiet Scales. I have no idea what's wrong with these little sassy dudes. They got more estrogen than any female on the planet. These cats. It's wild to me. More estrogen than any female could possibly ever have. These cats. It's sad, honestly. It's quite sad. And he's apparently has a child. But this sassiness of going and everybody running to the fucking internet. Man, I can't stand this shit. But again, I done joined this content creator lane. So they're giving me more shit to talk about. Honestly, I can't even keep up with it because I got real shit I'm doing in real life that pays the bills. Nonetheless, this shit is just, this is unfortunate because, again, I wonder what Greg Mathis thinks about this. Right? I wonder what his comment would be about what this little boy is doing right now. Does this make the black community look bad with this little boy coming on here talking this shit? That's what I want to know. Does this make the black community look bad, Greg Mathis? Make sure somebody send this to him and he get it. If you tapped in for the first time, make sure you like, share, subscribe, okay? And send this to Greg Mathis. Is Shallon, Monique's son, making the black community look bad with him going online and being on some sassy shit? Let's keep playing the rest of this.
My mother does a fantastic job of acknowledging a lot of things, but she doesn't take accountability very well. And anything that she may take true accountability for, it's only at her convenience, in my experience.
Come on, man. All Mo has been doing, Mo done said she was a bust down. Mo done admitted to would have preferred to be a better mom to this, particularly to this one and them other kids. Like she knows she had her shortcoming. What is accountability? What is accountability? Like I don't understand what the fuck is going on. But let me see what Quiet Scale say. Monique did own up to her mistakes pertaining to her early parenting of him. That's a fact, Quiet Scales. This is what I'm saying. When you got little sassy hoe niggas running online, and this is not even coming from a fan position. I'm being objective because listen, everybody wasn't raised in perfect homes. Shit, you show me a perfect family and I'll show you some bullshit. That's just keeping it 100. Show me a quote unquote perfect family and I'm gonna show you some fuck shit. Okay? Let me see what Sister DW said. DW said 10 minutes of that bullshit of him babbling. That's a fact. Woe is me. And ain't nobody trying to hear no grown man. Woe me. All right. Have your moment and move on, little dude. Have your moment and move the fuck on. Right. He's definitely bitter. Shit. Let me see what Quiet Scale's talking about. Yeah. Right. Okay. He should be happy that his mom is still alive and well. Listen. At one point, yeah, that's cool. On the flip side, if you want nothing to do with the shorty, right? Why are you then running your mouth online about her right now? See, what DW said, the nigga clout chasing. The nigga is clout chasing. That's all this is. Sassy talk. Let's go ahead and play a little bit more of this, and then we're gonna move on to what Mo said.
But if I had to guess, though, her interest in being a mother probably started around the time that she married her daddy and had his children.
Let me ask y'all a question. Am I the only one getting a little sweet and low vibes? Am I the only one getting a little sweet and low vibes from this dude? Huh? It's definitely a little Fimmy, little Jolly Rancher action going. I don't know what the fuck. But I mean, again, if you on that type of time, be on that type of time. Shout out to everybody that's tapped in. But why are we bringing this to the internet, sir, when you want nothing to do with your mother, according to you? That's all I'm saying. I need him to keep that energy. Sister Chanel, what's happening with your piece, Sister Chanel in the building? You understand? Keep that same energy. Let's go ahead and play a little bit more, and then we're going to get out of here because, I mean, that family, this shit was long. It was a long babble down session. He knew people was going to slide as soon as he put his mom name up in there. So he knew people would slide because she up right now. Sassy little niggas do shit like this.
But that interest, obviously seemed one-sided, and as it should have been. By that time, I'm in my late teens, so to some degree, the the neglect becomes easier to hide or validate, I guess you could say. There are now 2 baby boys in the house.
Okay, sir. Sir, where my ladies at in the chat, man? Let me ask the women in the chat. Can you respect this energy from the man that's supposed to be your baby father? Can y'all respect this type of energy being exuded publicly from him? Is this man right? Come on, let me see what Sister Chanel's saying in the chat. Where's my Valentine Black Love at? Happy Valentine. Hey, peace, everybody. Yeah, right, DW. It's giving a little read rainbow action. You understand me? This is not masculinity at all. At all. Actually, family, I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't want to hear nothing else this nigga got to say. Keep it a buck with you. So we gonna slide. Let's see what my sister Mo talking about. Now she got the husband up top, Sydney, right? Sydney and them like, listen, man, it ain't what you telling these folks. See, everybody gonna tell they have truths, so it make them look fly. Everybody gonna tell to have truth, so they can get the pity case. You understand me? So let's go ahead and bring the family up. Let them speak their truth.
There was Instagram that was put up, or I guess
It was TikTok, baby.
TikTok that was put up by
My son. My oldest son, Shalon. And this is what I want to say to this. There are some people that are saying, oh, you should be ashamed of your mothering skills. You should be ashamed of yourself. This is what I'll say. Let's let it play out. Because the same ones that said to me, I was crazy, I was deranged, we watched it play out. So just like with my son, we'll watch this play out. And I do want to address this though, Shalon. When you say her daddy, then that's when mommy gonna say stop playing, because you know this has been Uncle Sid your whole life. Uncle Sid knew you before you knew you. So for you to say her 3 sons, yes, you're absolutely right. He has 3 sons. He can't claim you as his son because he's always been Uncle Sid, and he knows your daddy very well.
and love that brother. And the irony of all of this is not what is said, but what's left off.
Yes.
See, you're leaving off the fact that the last time we laid eyes on you, your mother got you everything you needed for the newborn baby about 3 years ago. You're forgetting about how I, from Georgia, am talking you through getting your car after we gave you the half the down payment for it. And you were 31 years of age, 32 years of age at that point. And I'm negotiating the deal with the dealer for you as you sit there. And you have the vehicle you're driving right now because of your mother. These are the things that you're leaving out when you're expressing what you're expressing in reference to your
Sassy nigga energy. Sassy nigga energy. And you know what? Unfortunately, look at this the one. Look. Mom bought you your car, son. Boy. And now she ain't shit. Mom bought you your car when you was 30 something. That's wild. You was 30 something, my boy. 30 something. You can't even negotiate your own deals by 30. Man, that's private school shit there. That's private school energy right there, y'all. Nah. No. You're not negotiating your own deals by 30 something. Listen, that's not a deprived child. He just don't know how to departmentalize this shit. He don't know where to put that energy. He don't know, like, and I don't even think, listen, I can't even hold you. It's not her job to fucking, figure that out for him. It's for him to figure it out. You a grown man. Man, get out of here. Let me see something. Hold on. Let me see what DW says. Yeah. It's fair use, man. Fair use, y'all. Let me see what DW talking about. We won't hear from his son after this. That's a fact. Let me see what the quiet scale is saying. I think Monique sees through her son's crap. Everybody's seeing through the crap. You understand me? And what DW talking about? DW said it's all about the paper. Of course, the nigga probably ain't got no ends right now. He probably, more than likely, he probably trying to get Mo to pay something up right now because she up. Remember, You didn't hear none of this. Shout out to the Negro in the chat. Peace to the Negro. Remember, we didn't hear none of this when Mo was running around trying to get it out the mud. Huh? Trying to get on everybody's platform to tell her story and nobody was messing with her. Huh? Where was this son? That's all I'm saying. Let me see, son. We got a new person in here. Peace, Sir Charles. And he forgot to give money for weed every day. Well, and he forgot she give money for weed every day. What the fuck? You a troll? Are you a troll, Charles? I don't know what the hell that's about. But anyhow, actually, I think she did talk about her weed. But anyhow, yeah, family. We not trying to hear the sassy, woe is me joint. Honestly, when you pass 30, it really get hard to kind of hear that from a grown man, from one man to another. I really can't hear that from you, especially when you coming from a household, where your mom didn't necessarily say, "Get the fuck out of my house." All right, figure it out. Many of us have had that conversation. You ain't really had to do it. You apparently you had an uncle, 2 stepdads. You done had all type of shit. But let's play a little bit more.
The mother, you're not expressing the relationship that you have with your father, where you spoke ill to him, not to mention spoke ill to your mother, but somehow your mother and father and I all have a loving relationship and communicate back and forth because of the love that we have for you. The one thing these individuals, and to the individuals out here that oftentimes speak after they've heard one side of the story, there's an old saying: believe half of what you see and none of what it is that you hear. Please don't take our word for it, but what we will convey is this: those who are parents and have raised their parents up to being adults.
Your children. Raise their children up to being adults.
Right on. Those who are parents that raise their children into adulthood know that there comes a time and a place in which they determine their own decisions, their own path. You can have multiple children that are raised in one house, but they act and they take on different things.
Listen, I'm opening the kitchen up real quick, y'all. This is a quick broadcast. I dropped the link in the chat. I want to hear from some of y'all. My brother Negro, tap in. Charles, Sir Charles, tap in. Any of the family that's in this chat, tap in real quick. Let's have this quick conversation. You understand? Let's have this real quick conversation. Because I'm not trying to hear none of the bullshit. Hey, salute to the brother Negro. Negro. What hey, man. Hey,
you
man.
like my comment?
Hey, man. Listen. Stepdad, listen. Everybody need a stepdad.
No. I'm not hating on. I was just making a funny joke about it. But all jokes aside, I really do think he should get stepdad of the year. On a respect note, because one, he's going above and beyond. Most black men wouldn't even entertain that. So like that's one positive that I was coming from that, even though it was from a joking manner. But also I see that he's committed to this black woman, and he's supporting that black woman, and she's allowing him to be lead in that relationship. So like those are other good points that I see from this black man playing. He being a stepdad, but he being a man in the relationship, and he on cold with the other father. So like what more can you want from a brother like that? Like sisters quick to downplay a black man, but some of these brothers are still taking these sisters even if they got one and done, if you get what I mean.
Come on, talk that.
So like salute to that brother. So that was what it was, from a joking space, but I was dead serious though. Dead serious.
Shout out to the Negro tapping in, man. Listen, I am my thing about this whole situation is as an adult, particularly a man, when do you get over that childhood shit? Like to me, that's like a motherfucking African saying. They call me an African booty scratcher when I was a kid. Right? Like this the kind of vibe it give me. Or you know, just little dumb shit. Like you're supposed to, like, real life is happening. And some people gonna say, well, chef, you being insensitive. Nah, I'm not being insensitive, bro. Shout out to my sister Quiet Scales. We're gonna let the sis Quiet Scales in the building. Some folks are gonna say, yo, chef, you being very insensitive about this shit. And I'm not being insensitive at all. I don't believe so, but I could be wrong. Sister Quiet Scales, what's on your mind, sis? Welcome to the community kitchen. What you say about this?
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Most definitely, sis. You got a little echo, but you good. What's happening?
All right. Blessings to y'all. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm a little shy right now, but thank you so much for having me on your platform.
No doubt. No doubt.
Well, first of all, I just love seeing these two together. I've never had this example of Black love so purely.
Right.
And two alpha, well, an alpha female, Monique is definitely alpha, and her husband, he may not be all loud and all out there, but he is a very strong 10 toes down man. So I think he balances her out perfectly. So it annoys me a little bit when everyone says, why is he the one always talking? Well, I think since this is like Monique said, she decided to step aside and let this man lead. And she's doing what she wants to do with that. They're perfect together. But on to the son, though, disgraceful. Disgraceful. And disrespectful. I don't know what's wrong with him. He seems a tad bit arrogant from what I hear in his tone of voice. It don't take much to not notice that. He's spoiled rotten. And I also think maybe a little jealous.
Come on, wake that up. Yeah.
A little bit jealous. As an older sibling, I can see he didn't exactly get the perfect mother figure. I know Monique was busy on the road. She was hot when he was born. She had the Parkers, Queens of Comedy. So yeah, she probably wasn't there and wasn't very much around him, but I know she gave him the world. Monique gives off this like, I will give everything for my child. I will give my child the world, from what it seems like from Monique's end. So if she's not going to give you at least her presence, I'm sure she made sure he was comfortable, had the best of the best schools, best food, best environment. I'm sure he didn't go without anything at all.
Right. Quiet Scale. Should she say fuck them kids?
I ain't said that now, but don't do that. But I think he's just a little jealous.
Well,
I think he's just trying to embarrass her or air her out if he feels like that's what he's doing.
Well, let me ask you. I mean, listen, we just heard them say that the car that he's literally spinning the block with was purchased, was contributed by Mom Dukes. And see, when that receipt comes out like that, you know, I was gonna give the young boy the benefit of the doubt. I was gonna say, okay, maybe it was just, you know, maybe some fuck shit goes on, because it does in households. But again, sir, she gave you that money when you was 30 plus. You was 30 plus. I can't respect it. You still a child now. and you got the nerve to
I
have kids. Let me get
I
my
think
sister
they're
some
along the lines of, if you're going to try to embarrass us, then we'll call you out for how we're still providing for you.
right.
And how they probably know behind the scenes he's still going to call them and ask them for money. Except he's probably going to
Hey,
go along the lines of, I'll go to Tasha K.
Sis Quiet
Or
Scales. That's my point. I think he need money right now. You know, the motherfuckers are struggling right now. And if he talking about some, remember the first part I played, he said, "Listen, I don't mess with her. She don't mess with me. I'm just coming on here to bring some clarity to the situation." But dog, you say you don't fuck with her, so why you even speaking on her? That's
well, you know something? I smell Tasha K. I can just feel her licking her chops right now. I can just feel it. With Corey's daughter and him, oh God.
Yeah, it's definitely coming down the pipeline. Tasha K on speed dial. He might get a surviving Monique with Oprah Winfrey popping off or something, because she damn sure ain't doing nothing on Harvey Weinstein, right?
It's
So
funny how he just managed to pop up when Monique had just finished making some very good and valid points about Oprah. Every day she's becoming the curtain is being pretty much closed on her. So I don't know how long Oprah has much in this game before they decide she's not worth anything anymore.
right. Well, listen,
We'll see.
everybody, these cats, man, they start salivating. My sister Chanel, tap in, since I got the link in there. Anybody else that wants to tap in, we're gonna be here for maybe another 5 minutes or so. Tap in, family, tap in. But definitely anybody, these type of cats, man, they're vultures. Everybody can talk about all these other culture vultures, but listen, the shit starts at home. And these folks, when they see you about to do some shit, they start salivating at the opportunity to throw you under the damn bus. Shout out to DW. They clout chasing. Brother Negro, what you think about what my sister Quiet Scales said, man?
Yeah. Okay. The things that were coming to my mind when she was, I'm thinking about Cassie, brother. I'm thinking about who else that runs the line of the Gambit, kind of quasi. It is coming from the guys of that. That yes, it's money, but it's also the slander of the reputation of the individual that I'm highlighting. That these individuals are undermining good black people that like, I'm not saying Diddy's good black people, but Monique, I'll consider her a decent black folk, from what I observed. And some of the things that she expressed, and she expressed the interests of black folks. She talks about repair. She talks about the injustice. Those are good black, solid Negro woman quality traits. She's solid with her man. Stepdad of the century right now. I think he's beating Russell, whatever his name is, that's married to Sierra. If you're gonna yeah.
Let me give you a bomb on that one, Negro. Let me give you a bomb on it.
So that's how I was looking at it. That's how I was looking at it, brother. If you're gonna be a stepdaddy, but black man, make sure you're a man and a king in a relationship. Don't be a puppy pulling and have her pulling at your leash in the collar. So that's a difference. I was joking about the brother, but I was dead serious that I respect that brother because he's doing it how you're supposed to be doing it, right? So yeah, I had to take shots at that Russell guy because I can't stand him.
Hey, you know what? Nah, listen. They gotta listen. We gonna stop making this nigga Russell the motherfucking stepdaddy of the year. Every year he the stepdad of the year. This shit ain't really popping like that. We gonna have to stop that shit. But I got Sister Chanel in the community kitchen. What's happening? What you says? What's on your mind? What you say about all of this situation popping off? Tell me about that son first and foremost. What are your thoughts about that son of hers?
I have a son. My son is probably close to his age. And the first thing I thought about is they don't have a good relationship. And peace to you, Chef. I'm sorry. Peace to you. And hello
No
to
doubt.
everybody in the chat.
Peace,
Hello.
peace, peace.
Hello.
Hey,
Happy
peace to everybody too.
Peace, peace.
The first thing I thought about was he doesn't have a close relationship with his mother. That was like the really first thing I thought about, because I'm like, my son, if my son was to ever do some shit like that, I would beat his ass, like for real. Like I'm pulling out the script for real. Let me be very clear. You do not air out dirty laundry in public. Like
Come on,
something is wrong here.
come
So
on,
I
come on.
thought maybe they need some counseling, but something is a disconnect. Is he a what do you guys want to call, like a grifter? He's trying to grip off of some kind of something to get his name out there, whether it's positive or negatively.
Talk that talk.
Something isn't right, in my
Right.
opinion. Like for real, like honestly, because my son will be 28, right? So
Mm.
if he was
Your son ever try to get the bag out of you, Chanel? He ever tried to juke you? He said, listen, they say respect the juke, sis. And listen, I mean, this son right here, though, for me, the son looks like he's missed a few ass whoopings.
Oh,
You know,
indeed.
and you know, that act right have you doing different things. The act right I have you doing right. And this particular situation, you know, you wait until mom looks like she's about to spin the block on her career, and you come out with the goofy. I, I got to look at you sideways, especially she's the reason why you spinning the block in the vehicle that you got. Like you a grown as well, by law, you're quote unquote grown. But you's a little boy. You's a little boy. You understand? And then when you got stepdad over here negotiating your deals, that should just stand out to me. I'm a full man about my shit. I'm a full man. So then I'm just like, you know what you saying right now, it couldn't even land even if I wanted it to, because you still not even handling your own business. Like, did he, like, here's the thing. There was no discussion of her even saying, okay, later after he got, after he got the car, they helped him get the car. Did he then come back and say, hey, Ma, here's that money you put out to help me get this wheel? Nah, he ghosted her and then showed up later on TikTok talking whole shit. So this is the world. Like, for the single ladies, tomorrow it's Valentine's Day. You gonna have a nigga like this pulling up to you in a car that his mom put money on for him to spin the block, and he gonna tell you to respect him as a man. As a man, I'm trying
No.
to hold it in, Chanel. So I mean, as is it fuck them kids for this in this scenario? Is it fuck them kids? Is it F you to this little dude right here?
For me, that would be a no, because I produce that product.
Go there.
I'm responsible for my offspring.
Mm.
So whatever that however my offspring become of, for the most part, I am responsible. Now you can't give your kid the best and they still kind of F up, but that's true too, because it seems like it's something that was happening when he was younger, and they never rectify that, probably because she was busy out, working, and she was gone all the time. So that I'm sure played a huge role in how he's feeling today. So he probably feel like he's owed something that he never got from her, which is that love, because she was out, working and doing her thing. So so I'm good. For me as a mom, as a child, my son is a male child. I'm going to take the responsibility of my son.
Well, you know what? Here's listen. I didn't have a perfect childhood, right? But as a man, I don't hold my past experiences against, anyone's lack or what I expect them, to have done for me as a child. Listen, shit happens. They've done enough to the point where I can grow. I'm still here. So something they did right, right? I didn't die. I don't have I'm not handicapped, Um and then in many situations it takes a village to raise a child. So now in this case, when you got, a stepdad, you got all these different elements that are helping you, sir. Um, it becomes very difficult for me to say, parent, you still need to hold that L later on. Like as a grown up, when he becomes an adult, it then behooves him to say, listen, I moved past that. This is the only time I agree with Jay-Z when he talk about moving past something. You can't hold that against your mom, right? So and honestly, the parents, whether you're a mother or you're a dad, parents can't be held accountable forever, like for the rest of their lives because of some shit. Like that's not cool to even put yourself in a punishment kind of environment like that. Okay, you fucked up, right? It's better like a man or a woman, right? Because we nowadays everybody's single and independent, don't need no man, right? So okay, well that mindset needs to follow that way too, as far as maturity is concerned, and vice versa for the men, right? Don't get so caught up in your feelings because you wish mom would have held you a little bit more as a little nigga. Don't get so mad because you wish you'd have been able to hang on that titty a little bit longer, but she pulled it out your mouth and told you to go ahead about your business. See, I got a problem. I'm trying not to cook. I'm going into the cook, but I'm not trying to go. I'm trying not to cook like this. When do you grow up? Right? Simplified. When do we grow up and move past it? She's been apologizing in this case. He's lucky he even has a mother who's taken accountability for whatever shortcomings she had in the past. He's lucky that she's alive to even admit that, right? To even be willing to do something about that, right? These Negroes, these feminine, sissy niggas, I I would be a little more compassionate to a woman, right? But a man conducting himself like this, 30 plus years old, it's hard for me to be able to understand that. But I'm a whole stay right there for me, Sister Chanel. I got my nigga Twiz in the building right now. Twiz, the West Coast, you understand me, the Bay Area, you understand. What it look like, Twiz? Talk to me, you understand?
What's happening with my player partner, Chef C? And shout out to the room and everybody in the room. How y'all doing, man?
The peace, Twiz. What's on your mind about this, Twiz? I hope you up to speed, my nigga. I hope you up to speed. Talk to me.
Nah, man, I just came from work, bro. I just finished showing this land. Hopefully, I got a deal tomorrow. So hey, I saw you. So hey, I had to slide in and get in where I fit in. You understand me? I
Okay.
seen Chef C, so I just
Yeah.
came to holler and see what the news is. Hopefully, it's some news I could use. You know what I mean? What's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
topic?
Well. Listen. Now, here's what I want you to.
Stepdaddy of the year.
Listen. I want you to marinate for a second. We're
Stepdaddy of
gonna
the
bring.
year?
Hold on. I'm gonna let you marinate. You already know you a chef. I'm gonna
I
let
could
you
speak on
marinate
that
for a
though.
second. You gonna
I could
catch. You
speak
gonna
on the
catch up,
stepfather.
and
I
then
could.
we gonna give you what you need because we talking about sassy sons and bitter children who just do dumb shit. We
I could
talking about a
speak on the
staff.
stepfather thing though, because I was raised by a stepfather.
So talk to me about that stepdad situation, man.
Like R. Kelly said, any man can make a baby, but it takes a real man to be a father. You know what I'm saying? A
Mm,
stepfather needs to be cherished more because he's taking on a responsibility that's not his. And if a stepfather chooses to be there, to me, he's a greater man for the simple fact he's taking on a responsibility that he don't have to, and he's being there for something that he don't even have to be there for. So
mm,
I honor and I respect the stepfather because I was raised by one. The story was he got with my mother when I was 2. He married my mother when I was 12, made her an honest woman, and he stuck with my mother till he died in 2002. So, and Like my mother once told me, he's the only man I ever knew. You know, I knew him before I knew my biological father. You know what I'm saying? So stepfathers, I don't knock stepfathers, you know, because I was raised by one. But it's what my dad always told me. You gotta go for what like you. Whoever you deal with, you gotta make sure that person is into you, because if that person is into you, they're gonna accept everything about you, your dirty shoes, drawers, and everything with you. You know what I'm saying? Because
Come
they
on
see
with that.
something in
Yeah,
you and they believe in you. You know what I mean?
yeah,
My
yeah.
stepfather always used to say back in his time, he used to always say, go for who's in your corner. Like boxing, go for who's sticking in your corner. And that's who you mess with. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know, in life, how life is and how society is, we have to go with who believe in us, man. And regardless, and like they say, I don't mean to say it in the word as beggars, but you know, needy people can't be choosy. And everybody needs somebody. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how rich, wealthy, or famous you are. Everybody needs somebody. So as us being human beings, companionship and compassion, that's what we need. We need that. That's fuel, you know? We need social activities. We need interactions. And not only that, sometimes as a man, we need the support and the love and affection of a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed, indeed, indeed. I like that, Twiz.
Let him
Nigga,
cook.
like, hey, Twiz, nigga, that's the type of cooking I like to see in the community kitchen. You understand? That's the type of cooking we need, because again, as we analyze this situation, and shout out to everybody that's tapped in with me right now, for real. Also, we are always looking for sponsors, so don't hesitate to hit that cash app, support the movement, $ FTS49, hit the Venmo at From the Soil, or hit the Bitcoin. We got Bitcoin in this bitch. I'm that type of nigga. I'm gonna get it how I can get it. You understand me? So hit the Bitcoin. All right, y'all support the program. But yeah, listen, the stepdads, we are kind of on the rise. I had a feeling I was gonna be a stepdad, or to a dog, or to somebody kid. Okay. I kind of wound up becoming a stepdad to a dog first. I tried stepdad to a couple kids, and the baby bombs weaponized the kids against me. And she knew, some of these chicks ain't shit. But again, we got to move a certain way out here. Stepdads, protect yourselves. We a dying breed out here. You understand? Especially the ones that don't that actually give a shit about these kids. We got to look out, because some of these females is just very dangerous for unsuspected stepdad. Had you folded up because you done fell in love with two people instead of one. That's double the heartbreak. So listen, in this situation, I'm gonna give y'all the last couple words. I'm gonna go around the table. I'm gonna start with my sister Quiet Scales. Then we'll slide to the Negro. I'll go to my sister Chanel, and Twiz, I'll give you the last word, and then I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down after that. I'm asking the question. Let's ask this real serious question. Looking at Monique's situation, okay, does she owe anything else to her adult children at this stage of the game, other than just being the best mom she can be? All right. What say you, brother Negro? I mean, sister Quiet Scales. What do you say about that? Does Monique owe them children anything else?
No, I don't think she does. I think her best way for atoning to her children is possibly to be the best grandparent she could be, honestly.
There you go. Come on.
And also, I think this whole situation has shown how Monique has grown and matured.
Come on.
I think Monique, like she said, since she was violated, she didn't have the patience to take others disrespecting her.
Come on.
And I think that would probably also include her children as well.
Oh, it's up. Sister Quiet Scales is up for everybody on the disrespect time. So
So
I like that. Go ahead, Sister Quas, because I like where you coming with that.
so I think this whole situation has just shown that she's learned how to control that, to
Mm,
not let her trauma control her emotions, and to make her judgment, well, not judgment, how do I say it? Just for her not to go crazy. Because something tells me this woman, she could do some damage if she wanted to.
come on. That's a fact. That's a fact.
So I think her son needs to learn to move forward. He can't play this victim card of, oh, my mom left me all alone while she was on tour and blah, 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 blah. And I didn't get the right color car that I wanted. Blah, 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 blah.
Not the right
She's
color
paying
car.
more.
Not the right color car. Go ahead, Sister
She's
Quas.
paying more attention to our new kids than she did with me. Blah, blah, blah. Sir, move on. You're a grown man.
Mm,
You got children of your own.
right.
It's
Right.
time to grow up.
I appreciate that, Sister.
Say what you need to say to your mother. Make peace with her. Let her be a grandmother to your children. And focus on being able to pay your own bills. And
Okay.
I'll end it with that.
Salute to Sister Quiet Scales. Salute to you. That's a fact. I agree with your sentiment 100%, Sister Quiet Scales. I appreciate you cooking up in the kitchen. Brother Negro, does Monique owe those kids anything else at this stage of the game?
I'm gonna say that she misguided those children.
Mm,
I felt like she
okay.
should have got them more into the game. Like for example, like Ice Cube, and I think that's because she didn't have a man in the relationship. Because it seemed like if the man would have got to her sooner, knowing the husband that she got right now, he would have said like, "Yo, get this young man to the game," or he might not be a good comedian, but this is the other avenues. That brother is he's really good at communicating with his wife, his queen. He's good at conveying goals and executing those goals. That's the reason why he getting stepdaddy of the year. Screw Russell Wilson. They make yo. We gotta tear that
Yeah,
down,
get your
brothers.
lick in. Get your lick in before you step down,
That's what I,
Negro. Get your
Twizzle,
lick
I knew
in.
you gonna like that, brother. I knew you
Yeah.
gonna like that because that's what I was talking about, stepdaddy of the year, and why he should get stepdad of the year. All right,
Yeah.
I want my man to be running for the
That nigga
president
needs
of the
something
union.
else for the year. That nigga needs something else for the year. You
Hey,
understand me?
hold on. Let him get it off. Let him get off. Get that lick in. Get the rest
So,
of that lick in,
so,
Negro.
so yeah, I'm just tired of them bigging up Russell Wilson. I'm just tired of them bigging up this simp. I'm tired of him allowing his woman to do anything she wants, man. Wearing anything she wants, man. And you got this brother over here, got a nice, clean cut woman. She look just nice, just right. She's in shape. She's ready to take on the world, and she's wearing his last name. Like you can't get no more golden than that. And that's the reason why I support that union a lot more than I do support the Russell Wilsons of the world, because this black man loves his woman. He's up there supporting his black woman. He's at almost every damn interview, protecting, putting the covering on his woman. Like, brother, I see you, brother. I see you, brother. I support you, brother. And then imagine if women allow black men to do their roles and those stepdaddy vacancies get filled. You know,
Hold
let's
on,
go.
Negro. Hold on. The stepdad vacancies. The stepdad vacancies, he said. The Negro.
So I really want to see black men head of households. I want to see black men ruling the community and supporting the community. Patriarchy, pat talk, all right? Pat talk, shout out to Dr. Short. Shout out to everybody that's here. So I just wanted to sign off on that.
Salute to the Negro. Stepping inside the Negro. Sister Chanel, Sister Chanel been thumbed down in you the whole time, fam. Let's go to Sister Chanel. Sister Chanel, does Mo owe them kids anything else at this stage of her life?
The answer will be no.
That's
Shout
right.
out to you, the Negro. I'm thumb down because Russell Wilson is a football player and he got a lot of business going on. So he's not like Monique's husband. I don't know what he does. He's her manager, so he's with her 100% of the time, which I personally would not like. That's just me. But shout out to him though, for real. Shout out to him. He does not get any flack from me. I
Sister
appreciate
Chanel, no
that. Yeah.
spotlight. You ain't living under no spotlight like Jennifer Hudson.
Not tonight, honey. It's the night before Valentine's Day. It's like no. Mysterious.
Hey, listen,
Anyway, yes.
Go ahead, Sister Chanel.
Yeah, let me
Listen, hold on. Listen, this ain't the platform.
I am
tonight.
not. This is not
Yes,
Black
this ain't
Love
the-
Sincerely tonight.
Listen,
But
we ain't gonna
maybe
do it
tomorrow.
tonight. This ain't the one.
What I
But
was
hey,
saying was,
we
what
running.
I was
We
saying
got a
was how you
special
said
Pat
Monique
talk
husband.
this Saturday coming
I,
up, so you can tap into that. Do what you do. You understand me?
yeah, Chanel, what I was saying on how you said Monique husband all up under her, and you said you wouldn't like that. Jennifer husband
No.
got a song called Spotlight. You know,
Yeah,
she
I
don't
love.
like
That's
living
one of
under
my
no
favorite songs
spotlight.
by
Yeah,
her.
that's what I
Yeah,
was
that's
saying.
one of my
So,
favorite songs by her
got me
too.
explaining
Yeah,
myself in here, Chef. Come on now, you got me
yeah. I
explaining
like a
myself.
man to be gone.
Hold on, but let me get that last thought from Sister Chanel. Go ahead, sis.
Just real quickly, I think I done lost my thought. I just really think that I don't even know. I don't know. I'm done.
Okay, well,
I love
listen.
y'all black men. Thank you.
Well, again, I thank you for
I need a
tapping in.
baby daddy. My son grown.
I definitely. Well, hold on, Sister Chanel. Hold on. You
Stepdad vacancies.
hold on, Sister Chanel. You campaigning?
Not really, but on how many people watching this? Is this recorded? Yeah. So no, I'm not. In real life, no.
No. She said, "Is this record?" Ah, listen. Y'all slide her DMs.
No
I think
DM
it's
sliding.
I think it's at Chanel on Twitter, y'all. Y'all could go holler at that sis. Yeah,
Chanel.
I didn't need. But let me go to my brother Twiz. Twiz, listen.
Chef, why you putting the lady
Hold
on the
on.
spot, man? Why you putting the lady on the spot, man?
Monique owe them children anything else at this stage of the game in her
Hell
life?
motherfucking now. You know
Okay.
why?
Yes, sir.
It's an old saying. If you raise your kids right, you get to spoil your grandkids. But if you raise your kids wrong, you're gonna raise your grandkids. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Throughout my time in the game, all my partners that I grew up with, that grew up spoiled, them niggas turned out to be dope fiends, had hard lives and everything. But the dudes like me who come up hard and had the hardship, look at me now. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it though, but that hardship, as they say, it takes hard pressure to make diamonds. And when you raise your kids tough, that's what they need, because when you spoil your kids, you kind of hampering them. You
mm,
know, this world is hard out here. This world is cruel out here, and ain't nobody gonna care about them like you. So you need to teach them to toughen up. You need to teach them that you ain't gonna always be around. And the most important thing, like my dad, my stepfather, I call him my dad because he's the only man I know. I know my biological father, but you know, hey, my stepfather, he always, man, I can go on and on about him. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, my stepfather raised me not to need a woman for nothing. He
mm,
taught me how to cook. He taught me how to clean. He taught me how to sew. He taught me how to iron my clothes. He taught me how to wash. He was a mechanic. He always had a toolbox in the house. So whenever he was around, I had his toolbox, taking off door handles, taking off doorknobs, just doing all kind of shit. You know, then when I bought my first car, he said, you can't have a car until you learn how to work on it. Learned how to take off the carburetor, learned how to take off the high-rise manifold, learned how to take off the valve covers and all that shit. Because, hey, if you want it, you got to be able to do it. That way, you don't have to spend thousands of dollars in fixing it. And to this day, right now to this day, those tools, those those adventures and those things that my stepfather made me do, dude, you don't know how many niggas don't even know how to change a tire on a car right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know how many niggas that don't even know how to take their car and get the oil change. You know what I mean? You don't know how many niggas don't even know what a fucking ratchet set is. You know what I'm saying? Every man is supposed to have a trait for these hands. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're a mechanic, whether you're a chef like me and Chef C, whether you're working with food, whatever type of trait you decide, a man is supposed to be able to have a trait to where he can build and grow and nurture with these hands. If you don't have that, you're not a man. Because to me, the greatest thing in the world is starting something from nothing and watch it grow into something. As we used to say in the game, the grind. We take a 7, we take 7 grams and turn it into 1,000. That's the greatest thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? Building, starting, just you could say you could just take this fucking bottle and turn it into a glass house. That's the power of men, and that's what every man is supposed to do in life. And that's why I was lucky enough to where when I, you know how they Dr. Shorten here, you know how they say it takes a village to raise a child. That's the best thing about those projects and those apartments. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the village. So when one parent went down, the other parents kicked in, or the other dudes kicked in. Because like a lot of dudes who grew up like me, if I didn't have big brothers and cousins, but they did. So we all learned from watching their big brothers and cousins, and that's how we learned how to be men. But the spoiled brats, them niggas is out here, them niggas out here that's right now living in them tents. Because like you said, once them parents cut them off, they don't know how to survive. You know, they was too dependent. They, like you said, they was too attached to the teat. You know, each time they wanted something, they ran to the teat. Each time they needed something, mama. Each time they needed something, daddy or grandma or auntie. I never had that privilege. I lost that privilege at 12 years old on having somebody to call. So I had to learn how to toughen up, suck it up, and whatever happens, I have to deal with that shit on my own because that's the main thing about being a man. You don't have nobody. You don't have friends, family, nobody. You stand alone. If you do, hey, you lucky, you blessed, but you still stand alone because you got to build off that.
All
You know
right,
what I'm
no
saying?
doubt. Well, that's listen, and that's really what it is. And in this particular situation, this scenario, this young man, Shalom, regardless of Mo wasn't actually there, but he did have a support system in place. And the way he's conducting himself now, shout out to everybody that's tapped in. The way he's conducting himself now, that's some spoiled brat shit. And I really can't fuck with it like that.
He ain't going to learn the hard way.
So, nah,
He
but
gonna
I'm
learn
about
the
to.
hard way.
Well, that's a fact. So here's what I want to do with that, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I want to thank everybody for tapping in with me here today. I see the room getting up right now. Y'all in the building. This is crazy. Shout out to niggas. I want to shout out to all the new subscribers. The platform has had massive growth in the last 2 weeks. Over 130,000 new views on the platform. We are growing. Okay. And we going to the top with this. But again, in a situation as such as this, with our sister Mo getting ran the jokes by the son, sometimes when they're an adult, you just got to say fuck him and let them live their life. So I want to thank everybody for tapping in with me here today. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to subscribe to From the Soil TV on YouTube. And also go check out our private platform, FromTheSoil.tv, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, in a system of white degeneracy, you stand for nothing, you fall for anything. My name is Chef C, and I'm out.